To kick off for the Saints.
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. A gain of 16 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
17 yards.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New York.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Paul want to give up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Here we go, Scott.
To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Lazard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 11-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here we go.
They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Shuck. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So instead of 4th down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Uses the spin. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Okay, ready? Hey, we control the game. One screen. Come on. Ready?
Shuck now to throw. This is caught. It's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 32 on the play.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So on fourth down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. To throw now, Shuck. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
To throw is Shuck. There again is Cooks, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Well, this offense is wasting no time getting into the flow of the game. They've come out throwing. 2 quick completions have this defense on their heels as they're already across midfield and driving.
Throwing, Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Shuck. Open man downfield is Hill. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Play fake. Shuck. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
I'm coming.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Davis now to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Fields. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their...
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Thumbs up, ready?
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Play action, Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
14 more yards. That's another Saints first down. First
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Ready up.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
33-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 3rd down at 5. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well in time there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
50-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down 13-10, under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here we go, Scott. 331.
All eyes on Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. It's a gain of
back to throw. Fields. And Lazard's got it again. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
It's a gain of
as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's another Jets. First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Here we go, Scott. Right. Green.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go. We're good.
He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Saints 13.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Automatic first down.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 20.
Well, they got the ball in great field position.
17.
One play later, boom, end zone.
Blake Grupe to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.